Man, it's a dinosaur.
When UK's professional angler and journalist Martin Bowler decided to travel to Thailand on a quest for a monster fish, we were honoured he chose Jurassic. After taking a direct flight from London, landing in Bangkok, Martin took time out to visit the sights and sounds of Thailand, from the temples and the rivers to the hustle and bustle of the markets. But it wasn't long before his attention started to turn to fish. So with that, Martin took the short drive from Bangkok to Jurassic Mountain, home to some of the world's largest freshwater fish. Join us here at Jurassic Mountain and let's go and meet Martin Bowler. Morning, Martin.
Hello there.
I'm Eddie.
All right, Eddie. Nice to meet you at last.
Good to meet you at last, Martin. How are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm better while I'm here.
Yeah.
Fantastic place.
Oh, thank you. Well, welcome to Jurassic. Welcome to Thailand. You've not been before, have you?
I haven't, and I've seen some monster fish.
Oh,
There's a big fish rolling here. Looks like a big dinosaur.
Oh, that'll be one of the Arapaima, I'm sure.
Looks fantastic.
Well, if you like, if you're ready, I'm ready, and we've got some tackle over in the swim. I'll take you around there, and we'll get fishing.
Well, you never find an argument for me for that.
Good man.
Come on in.
Follow me.
Can't wait for this.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Martin's fascination and hunger for gigantic fish, which had led him to Thailand, meant he was only too aware of what inhabits the murky depths of Jurassic. Carp in excess of 180 pounds, catfish to 200 pounds, and Arapaima to 350 pounds were all breeding suspense and infatuation with Martin. But first, just how do we catch these monsters?
Tell me, how are we going to catch these monsters?
Right, it's fairly straightforward. A lot of people think you're coming to Thailand, everything must be so different to what they're used to. It's not. It's like going back to the 80s in England. Hair-rigged, double pellet.
Halibut pellet?
Halibut pellet, 25mm, 2 on a hair. A longer hook length than normal, which is perhaps the only unusual thing we're doing.
Right.
But that's only because Siamese carp will suck from further away, and anything that doesn't reach their mouth doesn't go in. Right. They won't get right on the bait if it's a hard bait. And a semi-fixed bolt rig with a 2.5 ounce lead and a bit of tubing.
Bit of tubing, no tangles, nice and simple.
That's it.
Strong.
It's strong. I mean, we're 50-pound braids, we're 2 3/4 pound test curve carp rod, which is
good reels, Shimano reels,
Shimano bait runners, everything that the average UK angler uses every weekend at the local carp lake.
Custom built rods, so
our own Jurassic carp range.
So top quality gear. So
good
people
stuff.
Aren't going to get breakage.
No. Our stuff's good, and it's checked every day by our gillies. Right. Every time before anyone goes fishing, every day our lake gillies will check all the tackle, the hooks, the leaders, everything.
So that's for the carp.
That's the carp. That's the carp.
And the Buddha of the lake, as you refer to
yes,
it.
our Buddha of the lake The Arapaima, which is at the top of everyone's wish list. That's what everyone wants to
Strong
catch,
tackle
really.
again, strong rods.
A touch stronger. These rods, again custom, if they had a test curve, they'd probably be around £3.5 test curve, because they've got to strike into a more bony mouth of a predator. Got to get that hook home. Therefore, with it, we've got £65 braid, simple ledger with a single barbless hook on, well, a local sea fish, either a short-tailed mackerel.
Right. Okay.
And that's it. No wire. The mouth of an Arapaima is more comparable to that of a Wells catfish. It's not teeth, but it would rub. It just needs a rubbing leader. But that's it. It's like going pike fishing, but with mono and not wire.
Right. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Let's try it.
Let's give it a go.
Okay. Let's give it a go. You take that one.
Right.
I'll take the carp rod.
I've got the Buddha's rod.
You've got the Buddha's rod.
Let's go and give it a go. Looking forward to this.
Knowing that at the top of Martin's wish list, of course, was the Buddha of the lake, the Arapaima, and armed with his predator rod, we went round to the swim where I just knew there had to be either a red-tailed catfish or Arapaima lurking somewhere. Martin, as I suggested, had put a beautiful cast dropping tight up against the vegetation, and it was only a few minutes later that we had a screaming run and the rod was shaking in the rests. That's in. You're in there, Martin.
Yeah. I think the sank on the end.
So I was pulling you in the
Being
lake.
dragged around the bush.
I'll get this other rod out of the way for you.
What do you think this is?
Yeah, I just want to see it a bit longer first. Yeah, red tail or Arapaima, the jury's out though. Showed him who's boss, Martin.
I'll probably go over the other side now. What a lovely place.
If I see the rod nodding, then it's an Arapaima, but I think it's a red tail. This is the best bit, the not knowing.
So you don't know yet what this would be?
No, because it's at the minute it hasn't done enough yet. If I see the rod banging down really hard like a big head shake, then it's an Arapaima.
Well, what could be better, eh? The sun, the scenery, and a big fish on.
Welcome to Thailand.
Thank you very much. And what was the little fish we were using? What's that called?
Just one of the local sea fish. It's just one of those short-tailed mackerel. I'm going to prepare both nets. I'll just be a second because I don't know whether it's a red tail or an Arapaima still.
Right, okay. Whoa.
See, we use two different nets. If it's a red tail, I'm just going to use our standard net and then I'll float it on this mat and we can get pictures. But if it's an Arapaima, I've got like a big stretcher and then I have to get in the water and get it in a stretcher. So,
What are you thinking? Red tail?
I'm thinking red tail.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Here she comes. Ah, she's spooked.
11-hour flight and you can be catching these. Hey.
Couple of movies and a meal and into a red tail. She comes.
Big un.
Yeah.
He, she.
They're always she's, aren't they? We always refer to them as she's. She's a beauty. And she's in. Well done. There we go. First one.
Thanks, mate.
Jolly good. Good job. God, it's perfectly hooked there, Martin. I'll just take the hook out. Yeah, I'll come out nice and easy. Great thing about the single barbless. Right.
Time to get in, eh?
You ready to get wet? It's worth it. It's a big one.
What an incredible creature.
She's a beauty.
Oh.
Right, there we go. I'll get the tail.
So is this a Thai fish? Is this indigenous?
No, this one is not native to Thailand. It's an Amazonian fish.
Right.
We get them imported from Brazil.
Right.
It's beautiful. This is actually quite
Those
a good
colours.
one.
So what would you give me for this?
It's between 55 and 60. It's pushing 60. Pounds.
Right. And that's a big one.
It's a nice one, that.
Good way to start.
Well done, Martin.
Give the catfish a kiss, eh?
There she goes.
Don't want to let go. Look at that. There you go, baby.
Magic.
Thanks ever so much.
Well done, Martin. Good on ya. I was so pleased for Martin when he caught that red tail, and such a beauty as well. But now I really wanted him even more to catch a big carp, and the conditions at the time were just ideal for waggler fishing. So with that, I nipped up to the clubhouse to get a bucket of pellet and the waggler rod. Come on, Martin.
All right, Eddie.
Yeah, right.
What you got there then, mate?
Ah, new technique.
Right.
I've got the pellet waggler. Sometimes the carp out there, they might not be feeding on the bottom, but it doesn't mean to say they're not feeding. So, if they're coming up in the water because of all our baitings bringing them up, much like in the UK,
right,
we've got a bit of foam on a pellet, hair rig pellet.
So that sinks really slowly?
Really slowly, but up here we've got the waggler,
right,
to fish just a metre deep.
Oh, right, okay.
But if I fire some of these pellets out,
yeah,
single fire, one at a time,
and they come up.
Plop, 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 the carp come up, and it should be that as soon as it goes in, within a few seconds, bang, it will just take it on the drop out of your hand.
Well, you're my man.
Let's give it a go.
All right, mate, let's give it a go. Oh. That was a violent dip again. Something there. Oh.
Oh, you're in?
Yep.
Oh, I get shocked every time. Oh, I hope it's a biggie. I want it to be a monster.
Oh, look at that. That's like, it is like being in Jurassic Park, the real, you know, the Spielberg.
Yeah.
When you see that come up. This one wants to take a bit of line. I'm absolutely exhausted. Look at that beast. Eh? Look at that beast. What a creature. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Swimming with a monster. Fantastic. Oh.
What was really great also was that Martin's uncle and good friend of mine, John Wilson, managed to come down for the day to catch up and join in some fishing together.
Hello Martin, how are you?
Hi John!
How do you like Thailand?
Warm.
Come here, give us a How's the fishing been? Good?
Yeah, good. It's warm, that's the main thing, but some red tails, some Siamese carp.
What sort of size you had the red tail to?
Red tail, £60.
Bite, don't they?
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Just lovely.
I think everybody's amazed at how the fish do fight here. They're twice as hard as the sort of similar sized fish back home, aren't they?
You said that, didn't you, before I came in?
So there you are. Anyway, look, I know Eddie's round the corner baiting a swim up for me. I'm going to leave you carping and I'll catch up with you later on.
Well, when I see you hook one, I'll come round with a net, alright?
Okay, bye.
Alright, John, take care. We'll have a beer later.
Hi, Eddie.
Oh, hello, John.
How's it going?
Yeah, very well, thanks. How are you?
Oh, nice to see you again.
Yeah, good.
Looks lovely today, doesn't it?
Oh, we've got a beautiful day today, John.
Yeah. What, you putting a few
Well, I've
fish out there?
seen some red tails down here and the odd arapaima rolling, and I've got a bit of fish going in, so I thought maybe give it a go.
Well, I'm going to do a bit of stalking. Where do you suggest to start?
Well, we'll start here, John.
Start here, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to put Martin in his place, you know. We can't let him catch all the fish.
Well, he's had a couple of good ones.
I like this spot along here, Eddie, because it's they like moving closer in the fish, don't they? You've got a bit of shade as well under that coconut tree, haven't you?
They do, especially the red tails. They love to hug the margins.
Yeah.
Where you
I love watching the float. I wish more people in Thailand use floats and not just, like an extension of carp fishing back home. Oh, hang on. A little knot went.
It's much nicer being visual. You don't see so many people using floats.
Well, I guess people nowadays can't. Carp fishing. That's me. They literally start off with boat rigs and ledger rods, and they never go onto a float, do they? Whereas, we started as kids tench fishing, roach, bream, perch, and carp. We started off on floats, and that's the difference.
This could be back at your lake in Norfolk, could it, John? Except what you're going to hook's going to be a bit different.
Can't be, because I've sold it, but yes. Yeah. I remember that day you came around and you caught your biggest tench, didn't you?
I remember it like it was yesterday. That's my favourite fish memory of all times.
Oh, lovely, good. I had a knock then.
Oh, you've got a bite. Yes, you're in. What have you got?
Oh, no.
Look like John's in. I thought that was going to go.
Well, that baiting paid off, Eddie. I think it's probably a red tail because it's trying to get under these marginals.
Yeah, I think you're right, John.
No, it's going out now. It's going out. That went, didn't it?
That did, and there was
with attitude. Well, I'm not going to. Might be a surprise. I'm not going to give it too much, Teddy.
Got one then.
Pardon? Yes.
Got one. I see you playing one. Took you a while, didn't it?
Why is that so strange then, Martin?
Well, I bought a net.
Oh, here we go. The pressure's on now, isn't it?
Oh,
there's the net.
No, thank you, Martin. I was just
bought my camera as well.
Well done.
I was just about to look for the net.
Hello. Narrow has just come up there.
I was going to say, that was not on the end of your rod.
No, I hope it was. But no. Here we come.
Oh, it's a red tail.
Lovely float fishing for them, isn't it? Beautiful. Why don't more people, when they come to Thailand, float fish? There he is. He's not a monster. He's nearly yours, Eddie.
She'll do. Yeah, she didn't like me at all.
Yeah, he's yours. There we go.
Edges it. Well done, John.
Well done, John.
Brilliant. Well done.
Lovely.
Log it in.
Yeah, well done, Eddie.
We don't pull the fish up on the bank, just to keep.
No, well, if you've got a nice 3 foot deep marginal shelf, then you're laughing, aren't you?
That's it.
Yeah. I love them.
Can I hold it together for a moment?
Lovely.
Give us a smile. Big smile. Brilliant.
Okay. I'll put it back straight away.
What a beautiful fish.
Very colourful. That one's particularly colourful.
Oh, she's off. She's off.
Thanks, Eddie.
Well done, John. Martin decided to try and stalk one of the resident arapaima. After searching around the lake, he discovered an enormous arapaima feeding, rolling on the surface and crashing into bait fish. So quietly, Martin crept into position. And placed his bait gently into the lair of the giant.
You know, have you seen it yet?
Big bow weight.
Oh, it looks like
Feels heavy.
It looks heavy. Let me see if I see that telltale sign of a knot on the rod. It could be an arapaima.
Going down the pond now.
Oh, he's right out in the lake.
There he is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, he's a beast. He's a beast. Oh, you've got a lump there, Martin.
I've got the Loch Ness Monster on, haven't I? Oh, it's a heart attack. When that went off, I just see this bow weight.
Oh, you saw the eruption and everything,
Yeah.
did you?
Oh, this is worth the flight alone.
Right, I've got the net, Martin. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get in.
Right.
Not that it's ready yet, and I don't expect it to be nearly ready yet, but I've got to be in the water to net these arapaima in this stretcher.
Right.
I can't net it until it's right up on top, floating, totally exhausted, and we're going to line her right up with the net. Don't worry if it takes a couple of times. Oh, you going to see her? You going to come up?
Fantastic. Yeah.
That's 100 yards.
And I thought I was getting on top of it then. I was beating it. Oh, you get them big head shakes, don't you?
They're violent. They're so violent. I think they're scary. And there's always a split second there where you feel you might have lost it.
Ah. My God. Man. It's a dinosaur. How long we been going? 2 hours? Oh. Every time I think I'm going to win, it goes again. Not being the strongest of men, I'm not sure whether this arapaima is going to win.
And she's not going to turn. Oh, it's not stopping. Martin, you're going to have to get in the lake. It's going to be easier.
All right, Eddie, I'm coming.
for a climber.
I dare not let go, but
Look at that.
I mean, she's as wide as a horse.
I'm speechless. Oh, I'm blown away. How big's that?
Oh, it's got to be £160 plus, but I'll know when we get it in our arms.
Right, okay.
So to speak. So
what do you want me to do?
I'm going to need some help, Martin.
Right.
You pop the rod down, mate, and then come around the back of these poles. And then what you're going to do, you open up the poles and then just hold on to the body of the fish, but we're not going to lift this fish. Let go of the poles totally, Martin. Let them go, let them go. Just help me up with the fish, but we're not going to lift.
Oh, those colours are amazing. You've got the head end because that's the dangerous end.
Very dangerous.
Look how wide it is. What would that weigh?
Oh, she's 80, 90 kilos, I don't know. She's about 180, knocking on 200 pounds.
Doesn't matter. Beautiful. Shall we unhook her? And
Yeah, I think
back?
let's get the hook out and let her recover.
Okay.
Oh, well done, Martin. What a beautiful, beautiful.
No, thank you. You've got an amazing place here.
Thank you, Martin.
And if you want dreams to come true, get yourself to Jurassic.
So she'll let you know when she's ready.
Excellent.
That was her breathing.
Thanks, mate.
Well done, Martin.
Brilliant.
Oh, it was worth getting wet for.
Well done, love.
Come on, champion, please.
One more.